Good morning. In the last class, we are discussing about that how to download the recent articles from the different journals. So I ask in that regards to download and go through like a minimum one paper for each individual. So I guess you downloaded and you have studied. So rule number 49, please unmute your mic. Rule number 49. Thoughts. Rule number 49. Mr. Utkarsh.
Yes, sir. BT1
You
है
are doing
और
great.
BT1 से okay for Utkarsh. Yes, sir.
49 Utkarsh I told.
Yes,
What's
sir.
your name?
Utkarsh.
Hmm. So which paper you have downloaded?
Sir, I'm yet to download the paper.
How many days it will take? Full semester or what?
No, sir. By this Sunday, I
By
thought
this Sunday.
we have to do
Oh,
it.
what? Huh? When was the last class? It was Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Before Republic Day.
It was Tuesday and today is Friday. Then what does it mean? So like you are walking from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Is it like this?
No, sir.
Then why you are taking that much time?
Yes, sir. I should have done right
If
now.
I am providing any work, then that work must be done immediately. Immediately. Okay. Suppose for all the
Okay, sir.
students, it is the same instruction. I'm giving some work means you have to do it immediately. Right now, I'm giving some instruction. Then there may be another class, like from 12 to 1. But there won't be any class from like after you lunch from 2 to 5. There won't be any task. So immediately, after your lunch or another task is over, then you have to start with this work. Rule number 71, 18 page 71.
Yes, sir.
Same question.
Sir, I've grown through the paper like uh, Journal of Green Energy. Like I've seen the reviews.
Have you studied?
Yes, sir. Somewhat, but not full.
So all the students have to make the
I'm trying to
summary.
understand the papers.
Students have to
I'm
make the
trying to
summary.
understand the papers.
Students have to make the summary from the paper. You have to write it down. You have to write it down in a Word file, in a doc file from your own. in third person. No, in third person language, you have to write it. Okay, don't use we, I, he, she. Don't write this way. So it must be fully in third person. And you know the plagiarism. So plagiarism is nothing but that copyright violation. That means if we are writing some other's statement, it is known as copyright violation. So it is crime in this academic or any other system also. We cannot do this. So if you are taking any statement from someone else, you have to take permission. You have to take legal permission in a STEM paper. Okay. Unless and until you have that one, you cannot copy others' statement. So by your own understanding to write it. Then I'll check it. They are in plagiarism detection software is available with us, so we can check it easily. How much word or how much percentage you have copied. So scientific word we cannot modify it. That's why some percentage of relaxation is there, like 5% relaxation is there out of 100 word, or suppose out of 50 words, 3 words you can do it. Other words other than scientific. So scientific word you can copy. Okay, not other than scientific copy or some mathematical equation. Then rule number 19 page, rule number 1.
Yes, sir.
Which paper you have downloaded?
Sir, I have downloaded the ocean engineer, sir, offshore wind.
Rule number, then next rule number 19 page. Next rule number. Yes, Shantanu Borgo hai. Shantanu. Yes, Mr. Shantanu. Mr. Shantanu, like whenever I'm asking to leave the class at the end of the class, that time also you remain present. And whenever I'm calling you,
Roman
you are
Mamchiri.
not responding. Okay. So what are you doing? The classroom, what are you doing? Only joining, that's all. I'll take your Viva, and I'll take your Viva tomorrow. Face-to-face Viva. I'll switch on my camera and you have to switch on your camera also. So face-to-face Viva, it will be there. It will be for 10 marks. Mr. Shantanu, your mic is on, but you are not responding. So who is there? Devesh is there, no? Devesh join. Are you there? Hello? So Sia, please respond over here.
నా క్లాస్ అవుతుంది.
Yes, sir.
Who is there?
Hello.
Devesh? Devesh?
No, sir, I think Devesh is not there.
Yes, he is not there. So you are 65, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
You just inform that
Yes, sir.
Borgo high, okay? Because it happens
Yes, sir.
to me number of times, like 3 times. Calling him, but he's not responding. So okay then.
Yes, sir.
So that task you have to complete. Okay, all the students. Here, this renewable energy is not that kind of subject. So here you have to update yourself. Okay, what is going on in latest trends. So otherwise, no use. Here, you can see the Weibull distribution, and there no like in the Google Classroom, I've shared one PDF file having 94 pages in it. So you must have received that one in the Google Classroom. So you can go through that one. All the theory parts and that some numerical parts are there. Then accordingly, you can think of like what you are planning to do. And for that, 8th semester students, I have provided them topics. And for 6th semester current students, like you have to go with that some recent technologies and some software also you can go through those who has not like few students are having knowledge on that MATLAB and some softwares, Python or some language. So C++, it's okay, fine. And that MATLAB, uh, it's fine for any resource assessment. It may be a solar resource assessment, solar energy resource assessment, on wind energy resource assessment. Then those who are having expertise on this wind and solar, that MATLAB. Rule number 9, 19 page. Sorry, I'm unable to mute the student also.
Kenapa?
So I'll expel. Why the students are making unmute? Rule number 23 also. Your mic is unmute. Uh, so the students who are having expertise with that MATLAB and some Python, so you can go with some resource assessment. And here, and the students, those who is not having expertise with some strong software, I'll give you some like softwares related to like a life cycle assessment for wind turbine or that multi-decision tool making or some green building design kind of or some hybrid optimization by genetic algorithm. So I'll tell you what to do. So we will quickly start on this like the Weibull distribution and other topics. Those who has missed, those which we have missed. Like here the Weibull distribution. This Weibull distribution is a mathematical approximation of real distribution of wind speed frequencies. Okay. which gives the shape of the distribution. It gives the shape of the distribution. Other than this, there is Rayleigh distribution also. It's doing the same, but there the mathematical formula is different. Okay, here in this Weibull distribution, it is classified into mainly two parameters. One is shape parameter. Okay, this k is the shape parameter, and this c is the scale c is the scale parameter with units of wind speed. Okay, it's having the same unit with the wind speed, and this k, it is dimensionless. Fine. Then this u is the wind speed. Okay, this u is the wind speed over here in meter per second. Then this is the function. No, this is nothing but the function. This is known as the probability density function. Okay. So here these k and c parameters plays an important role. All other are no known to you, other than this k and c. So here it is possible to simplify the energy estimation method. Okay. Uh, there are like several methods available for determining the Weibull parameter. Okay, Weibull parameter C and K. Okay, then so here if you do like simulation, you can get no the values like this, like for different heights or different environment, what the C values are. So accordingly, you can find it out. You can find out the probability. Okay, according to no that wind speed. So the shape you can see. Okay, the shape of C you can see. So here it is the Rayleigh distribution. So here also it is showing the this one. Here we are going to find out the probability density function. So here it is nothing but the wind speed. So you have to do the exponential. So accordingly, the distribution function or the shape you can find out from the Rayleigh distribution also. Okay. So accordingly you can find out the shapes for different wind speeds. Okay, what is the shape that scale parameter or shape parameter for 10 meter per second wind speed, for 8 meter per second, or 6 meter per second wind speed. Accordingly you can find out. So then you can plot the same graph no, in a same place for the Weibull and Rayleigh distribution. Here I guess I missed this one. Here it is known as the US wind class. So here you can see any wind site, it can be classified as one of the standard 7 classes. These are the different 7 classes. Okay. And these are the different 7 classes. So this is classified according to the according to the wind speed. According to the wind speed, if the wind speed range is in between this one 0 to 5.6, so it is known as, it is coming under class 1. Then accordingly you can check it, the same PDF file is also provided to you. Therefore, class 1, what is the range for wind power density, and for second class, what is the range? Okay. So you just go through with this one. Then like suppose we are having wind data set for different two heights. No, during last lectures, last few lectures, we are talking about that we have to mount the wind, that wind speed and wind detection equipments for at least two heights, isn't it? So here, the question is, like you might be thinking, like what about the third height? Like suppose you are having data for 10 meter and 20 meter. You are having the wind data for 10 meter and 20 meter heights from the ground level. Now you are having interested for finding out the wind data for next height. Suppose that is for 50 meter height from the ground level. How to find out? Okay. How to find out? So suppose for 20 meter height, just a minute. Suppose you are having the wind data for 10 meter and 20 meter height. For 20 meter height, for 10 meter height, the wind speed is 5 meter per second. And for 20 meter height, the wind speed is 6 meter per second. Okay. Now you are interested for finding out the wind speed at the height of 50 meter. So what will be the wind speed? How to find out? I guess you know that power law index, isn't it? Power law index. So how to find out the value of alpha over there? The alpha is known as the power law, and here like the formula is B2 by B1 equal to H2 by H1. This is H. Then this is alpha, which is known as power law index. Power law index. What is the wind speed at 20 meter height? This is 6 meter per second. Okay. At uh, 10 meter height, it is 5 meter per second. What are the heights? 20 meter and 10 meter, isn't it? So how to find out the alpha value? So how to find out the alpha value? So you know that one. B2 by B1 log 10 H2 by H1. Here a little bit disturbance is there. I'm writing here, okay, the same one. By B1 H2 by H1. Or you can write it as log 10 you know this one, no? So here log 10 B2 minus 10 B1, or you can write it as log 10 H2 minus log 10 H1. So that's all. Just find out the value of alpha. So from here you can find out the value of alpha, isn't it? From here, suppose the value of alpha is like suppose x. Now we are interested for finding out the wind speed at 50 meter per second. How to find it out? So for B50, the velocity at height 50, we have to find out. So we know the value of 20. So velocity at 50 meter height, we have to find out, isn't it? 50, the height, it is the height, is the first height. Alpha value is x. X is known to us. So B20, for the B20 value, the x, it is known to us. For the B20 value, 6 meter per second. 6 to 5 by 2 to x. So from here you can find out the B50 value. This is the H2 value you can find out, isn't it? This one, a value is there, no? Isn't it? So you can find out, okay, what is the wind speed at the third height. Okay, so this way you can proceed for finding out the that wind speed values. Okay, you just do it in MATLAB. You can do it easily. So suppose once you have that the formula you have put there in the that MATLAB, then if you change the value of 50 or the value of B50 or value of that one B20 or B10. So you can find out easily by changing this value, by changing the wind speed or the turret height value. Okay. Then just a minute. So these are the research opportunities in wind energy. Uh, uh, Research and development program. Can you see the slide? So these are the research opportunities in wind energy sector, in wind energy area. Manas, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
So here, just go through this. In the last 35 years of modern wind energy development, that national R&D program played an important role in making wind turbines more cost-effective and reliable. These programs, along with demonstration activities in cooperation with industry, have helped make wind generation a significant contributor to meeting the world energy demand. Looking forward, much of world has ambitious plans to expand the wind energy development that will require some specific R&D, specific research and development to accomplish. So achieving these ambitious goals with require public and private R&D funding carefully directed to some topics which are most likely to accelerate the wind energy deployment. Then here, so if you talk about this wind energy research, so it is the more frontline area of national energy policy for both no politically and in research funding opportunities. And it is the only renewable energy source that is cost competitive with traditional sources like that gas, coal, oil, and nuclear. And as a result, over the past decade, wind has become the fastest growing energy sources in the world. And this wind generation currently comes almost exclusively from onshore resources, despite the fact that onshore wind energy affects large continuous areas suitable for major installations, approximately two major load centers. Higher quality winds and wind speeds, the lower turbulence, the NIWE, that National Institute of Wind Energy, they estimates that the resources potential of winds offshore of India within this within this one project. So under this project, so they did some uh, data analyze, some data collection, wind energy data collection, which is known as the Wind Atlas. So what they did is they mount their that wind measuring equipments, the MATMAT, and they collected simply that data, but they haven't analyzed. They they did not do any analysis part or resource assessment. Simply they have collected data. So here for micrositing, we can go for wind farm designing, then developing site specification, planning, so placing some turbine grid arrangement, then manufacturing and testing all hardware and electrical components, and even building the roads. So it is a highly interdisciplinary area. It is not like that we are from mechanical engineer, we must do only mechanical engineering part. It's not like that. You can simultaneously work with some areas of that electrical and electronic part. So you have to use some equipments which are coming under that electronic part, and if we are looking for that power generation, for the power generation, it is directly or indirectly connected with that electrical part. So in the here we are talking about the aerospace engineering. Why aerospace engineering we are talking about? So for the designing of that blades for horizontal axis wind turbines, or that Darius wind turbines. Okay, that that on the aeroplane wings, that shape is known as the aeroplane shape. And so here also we are doing the same for horizontal axis wind turbine blades. We are now using that aeroplane shape blades over there. That's why for designing the blade, that aerospace engineering, for the aerospace engineering persons, we can get some ideas. So the civil engineering people, what they do, they develop the support structures or the foundation part, Then electrical engineers, that electrical components of turbine, that is motor, grid, generator, they do that one. Converter, inverter, those things. Electrical components, starting from that wind measuring devices. It may be data logger, or it may be meter, wind vane, isn't it? So that environmental engineers, they minimize the environmental impact on the wind farm. And that industrial engineering peoples, they plan and they supervise the manufacturing of the wind turbine. And material engineers, type of materials for wind turbine, especially they are in the wind turbine blades. Then mechanical engineers, we design, develop, and test the machines. How much RPM we can get from the wind turbine. Then accordingly, we will couple that wind turbine shaft to the generator, and from there, that generator will generate the electricity. So for material like the fiber reinforced plastic FRC blade is using mostly, it is composite material, so it is light in weight and flexible also. Its lifetime is long, at about 25 years. So what that wind engineers are doing, they are doing that wind farm installation. They design the farm layout for wind farm. Then they create some graphs, drawings, schematics. Then they optimize the design and layout of the road and transmission lines. Then they make recommendation to upgrade and streamline operators. Then some wind energy engineers only focus hardware design turbines, hardware for that to design the turbines, rotor and blades, then electrical systems and energy production system. Then other than this, they analyze the aerodynamic properties of new design. They do some run test, and then documentation, and some people they do manufacturing and testing of that components, and also estimate the budget and schedule requirements of manufacturing process. Then some areas to explore. So in which area we can work these days. So the wind resource assessment and the forecasting. This WT is the wind turbine. The wind turbine system design, kind of some rotor, mechanical structure, electrical components, then digitalization of grid and control system, and wind power integration, that is the grid planning, grid integration and power system stability, then hybrid system for energy storage, converter, inverter, battery management system, for offshore, potential offshore structure, then turbine design, some external climate and wake effects. So these are the some general topics we can do on this wind resource assessment and its siting, some design condition, then short-term forecasting. Forecasting also we can do from the wind data, okay? So like the way how weather forecasting is doing. Okay? This way we can do the wind forecasting also. How much wind speed it will be for next 7 days, for next 5 days, for tomorrow. So you can predict it. Predict means from the assessment only. You can do the forecasting over here. And then you can do the system design, some advanced control, then advanced rotor, then some advanced drive trains and power electronics, support structure design, manufacturing and installation, then the reliability. If you talk about the grid integration, so transmission, planning and development we can do, and then power system operation, then environmental impact, what will be the environmental impact, then some social aspects we can do under this mitigate market barriers. So for offshore mainly and the land-based deployment. So there you can do that wind atlas, the cost-effective manufacturing methods, state-of-art methods and testing facilities for large wind turbine components, then some advanced electrical system design for high-level wind penetrations, then improved methods for electricity market, then grid codes and wind plant, internal grid design. So those things are there. Okay, so many areas are there in the wind energy sector. Say vast area of research. These are the midterm research. The other parts we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, some important discussion is there right now. The PDF file which I have provided to you, so here I'm talking about this one. Uh, okay. So here I was talking about this one. So here it's having 94 pages. Go through this one, then you'll get some strong ideas how to do the like basic research in this area, and how to do the resource assessment analysis. Those part you'll get to know, and from here there will be question. Okay, it may be Viva or it may be in the form of there's some quiz test. Okay, or they are in the mid semester also. Question will ask from here, okay, from this 94 page. So you have to study very well each and every lines. So direct question you will not get, obviously, as it is online exam. So the concept must be clear to you. The entire concept, it must be clear to you. Then only you can get answer from here. Okay? Other than this, it's not possible. So you have to study this one properly. How some mathematicals are also there. How to find out the mean, median, then how to find out some numericals are provided over here also. So how to find out what is turbine intensity, energy pattern vector, air density, wind power density, power law index. So all of these are important. So some examples are given over here. Some examples are here. So you just practice it. How to find out the energy pattern vector, how to find out energy pattern vector, how to find out energy density, wind power density, how to find out. Okay, so these are the some classes. Frequency distribution, what does mean by frequency distribution? So all of these are important, and here what graphs they found, you have to find some graphs also whenever you are talking about mini projects. So you have to come out with output only. You have to come out with result. Without result there is no use. Okay, so go with this properly, and then other than this, like willing to provide you some uh, instructions for how to download uh, some more paper. Can you see the screen? So now I have
Yes,
unmuted
sir.
all the students. Unmuted all the students. Now you can talk. So here it is the another good browser to find out the article. This is known as that IEEE. Here what to do is just you put some keywords, okay, like wind forecasting. So here we are downloading only the journal papers. You have to click on this journal and magazines. Otherwise, you'll get some conference paper or some unwanted papers. But we must follow only journals. Okay, you must click on the journal. Okay, then type the keyword. Manoj, can you take the attendance? You have taken already.
Yes, sir, I've taken.
Fine. So in the podcasting, I have to type, no? So there you have to click, then type over there. So my main address to you is you have to click over there in the journals. Okay, the link is provided you. Is provided to you. It is there in the PDF file, isn't it? But it is not mentioned that you have to click over here. No, you got to know no. So how to download it? So you can find some relevant papers, and some people can do analysis with some optimization technique like PSO you can use. Particle swarm optimization and other machine learning you can use. Like no need to type the sentence, okay? You just type the keywords, then you'll get. And don't forget to click over there. Now also I forgot. Okay. So here you can see a novel method for optimal placing wind turbine in a wind farm using particle swarm optimization technique. Wind farm energy storage capacity optimized based on PSO. So these are some novel techniques. So other than this PSO, other techniques are there you can use. And this is mainly for that current 6th semester students, okay? And there another one is there in DTU wind energy. I haven't provided to you this one the link. Just a minute. So you have to like select your interested area for this mini project so that you can get some interest also for doing. And the senior students, although you have selected your topics, but there is another chance to finalize the topic. Okay? You can make it finalist also. You just think twice before selecting the topic. It's taking time, little time. Oh, no. Another 2 minutes. So let's see.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I guess the next class has started, so.
Those are okay. I'll provide you that link. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can. So those who are having class, you can proceed for your next class, and those who doesn't have class, you can stay for another 5 minutes. Those who are having class, you can